Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 2.44. Now in this particular Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali is explaining the impact of the fourth niyama known as Svadhyaya. So let's take a good look at the sutra and start understanding what exactly does Svadhyaya do and how does it help us to become a better version of ourselves. So let's head right into the sutra. The sutra itself goes, Svadhyaya Dishta Devata Samprayogaha. Alright, so this is the sutra itself. Now let's continue and start understanding each of the words a little bit better. So the first word here is Svadhyaya, and here it is referring to Sva, which is one's own, Adhyaya, which is a particular portion of a chapter, a particular book, or something specific that we're focusing on. So Svadhyaya. And usually this is also in a prayer format or something that is a little bit more devotional in nature that we're studying. And then the second word here is Ishta Devata. Now, very important concept here. Ishta Devata refers to one's chosen deity or one's chosen divinity or godhead. So one of the most amazing things about Indian culture is that there's this concept of Ishta Devata, which indicates that although there are several gods and goddesses and forms of divinity across different faiths, but also within the Indian faith as well as Hinduism, the thing is that you can choose one as your Ishta Devata, which is somebody that you really prefer, that you really look up to, that you feel that you connect with the most. So a lot of people might choose Krishna, they might choose the Devi, they might choose Ram, they might choose, Shiva. So there's a lot of different options within the Indian culture as to which Devata you feel the most connected with and whom you would like to particularly focus on. And I think that is great because it goes to show that each one of us has different tendencies, and therefore we kind of tend to connect with a different form of divinity. And that kind of allows and helps us to see that all of us have a different nature, so it cannot be a one-size-fits-all. And taking that into account, there's the option of the Ishta Devata. So once you've chosen which Devata you'd like to focus on, you kind of choose that and then focus more and more on the scriptures and the reading of that particular deity. So that is your Ishta Devata or your chosen deity. Now the last word here is Samprayogaha, which is a really incredible word because what it's saying is, Sam refers to the whole, Sama, which means the whole thing. Pra means quite thoroughly, so quite intimately, and Yogaha means the meeting or the union. So the Samprayogaha is saying a very intimate, deep and whole meeting. So now let's look at what is the sutra trying to say. It's saying that when you focus and you really practice Svadhyaya to the best of your ability, what's going to happen is the chosen Ishta Devata or the kind of deity that you chose, you're going to closely experience the presence of that chosen deity. Now, this obviously has the premise that you're choosing a devotional or a prayerful text to concentrate on, to do your Svadhyaya on. So once you choose this kind of a text, whatever the deity might be within that text, you start to feel very closely associated, very closely in touch with that deity and that deity's qualities. So now that we've taken a good look at each of the words, let's start understanding the sutra in a little bit more detail. Alright, so we took a very good look at the sutra and we realized that this is what Svadhyaya is referring to in this particular sutra. So now here's the important thing. The most important thing is, if this is the kind of result we are trying to achieve, then whatever our chosen book or the text might be, it needs to be the same one every single day. Because what happens is, if we choose different books and different deities, what's going to happen is that we may not meet very closely with any one deity. So we may not have that very deep experience with any one particular Ishta Devata. And that's also completely fine. There are many people who are okay with concentrating on multiple devatas and devis, and I think it's a part of Indian culture. But the most important thing is that if we are trying to get very intimately in contact with a particular divinity, or just kind of trying to feel the love and power of that particular form of divinity, then yes, we would need to focus on a particular book, particular chapter, some certain verses, and really study them day in and day out. And once we do that on a daily basis, what starts to happen is those words are no longer just words on paper, they become our experience. Just like affirmations, which when we say them every single day, they become a part of our personality, right? It starts as an intention, as just a simple affirmation. But over a period of time, it transforms from an affirmation into our actual behavior and the way we conduct our lives. So the same goes for this element of Svadhyaya. When we study it every single day, there's no way that we won't experience such a deep connection with that Ishtadevata or with that Ishtadevi, the one that we've chosen. And that really helps us to, feel more connected, feel like we are being guided. There's also a lot of, discussion around angels and angel cards and how we have a lot of guides, kind of like an orchestration of guides all around us. So keeping that in mind, it goes to show that there are a lot of helpful divine forces that can be tapped into using Svadhyaya as a means or a mechanism. And I just want to say, it's not about, because when these things come up, the first thing is that, but this is not scientific, we don't have any evidence of this. But I think a lot of these practices are experiential, and to each their own. We have faith. Each of us believe, some of us don't believe in gods and goddesses, and it's really up to us as to how deep we want to go along this journey. Some people have full faith and they do it and they enjoy it, and I think that's beautiful. And I think that without trying it, without experiencing Svadhyaya, we can't even say no to it. I think that without experiencing it ourselves, we can't reject something. So not everything is empirical or scientific in its basis. And hopefully we'll have tools in the future which will be able to test all of that. But at the moment, with our given scientific advancements, the best thing we can do with these kind of abstract concepts is put them to practice in our own experience, see how it holds true for us, and then choose what we want to follow, what we want to believe. So that way, at least we've tested it out, tried it, and we can take a call based on our own trial and error internally. So that is a little bit about the concept of Svadhyaya, the impact that it has, and how we can understand it a little bit better. If you found this video useful and helpful, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, write your comments in the comment section below, and also subscribe to our channel because we release new videos every single week. Now, we really look forward to seeing you in our upcoming class or workshop, so if you're interested, the link is in the description, and please don't forget to sign up. We look forward to seeing you now in the next video. Until then, take care, and we'll see you very soon. Namaste.